Imagine this. A student studies for 12 hours before an exam. He scores 95%. Everyone congratulates him, but just 1 month later he cannot explain same concepts they memorized. Now ask yourself, did he really learn anything? No, this is just a one student story. Not. It's for all Indian students. Today we'll explore simple but important questions. How do students memorize instead of the learning? The answer is not the students are lazy. The problem is much deeper and it begins with the education system. Hello everyone, my name is Satish, an Indian educator, and on this channel we discuss India's education system, youth issues, career, current affairs, and social challenges in a simple and research based way. If you are interested in the understanding this concept or topics, consider subscribing. Now let's begin. Now, problem number one, the more important, think back to your school days. What was the first questions people ask after every exam? The simple one, how many marks did you get? Almost nobody asked, what did you learn? Which idea surprised you? What new skills did you develop? From an early age, students are trained to believe that marks define intelligence. As a result, education becomes a race to score, not an opportunity to understand. Students begin asking, will this concept in the exam? Instead of why does this happen? That means a single shift changes the entire purpose of the education. Now we'll discuss the problem number two, that is fear of failure. Many students don't memorize because they enjoy it. They memorize because they are afraid. Afraid of failing, afraid of disappointing in front of the parents, afraid of being compared with the classmates or friends, afraid of losing opportunities. When fear becomes the biggest motivation, curiosity disappears. A student who fears making mistakes avoids asking questions. Instead of understanding concept, they research for important questions, ILP questions, expected answers, and one-day preparation for the exam. The goal becomes survival, not the learning. Now, problem number three, our classroom culture. Let's be honest. In many classrooms, the teacher has to complete the syllabus within the limited time, within the 30 minutes of the lecture. This is the period of every lecture. With a large class size and exam pressure, deep discussion after become difficult student lessons. Teachers explain and notes were written. This is the fact. Homework is completed, then comes the exams. This cycle repeats after every year, year after year. This is very little time for the experiments and debates, projects, critical thinking, or the solving real life problems. As a result, students remember information temporarily but don't always understand it deeply. Problem number four. Real life doesn't reward memorization. Now think about the real world. An engineer must solve problems. A doctor must do decisions. A teacher must explain concepts. An entrepreneur must innovate. None of these professors or professions reward memorizing textbook paragraphs or any lessons. They reward understanding, creativity, communications, problem solving, critical thinking. That is why many graduates struggle during the interviews. They may have degrees, good marks, but employers often ask, can you apply what you learn? Knowledge becomes valuable only when it can be used, right? Problem number next, what should can change? Now, improving education is not only the responsibility of the school or everyone has this one role. Students don't just ask what is the answer, also ask what is this the answer. Parents, instead of asking your marks of the students, you ask your children's what they learned today. Celebrate curiosity as much as results or marks, just numbers. Teachers, encourage questions, allow students to make mistakes. Learning grows through discussions, not just through lectures, not just classroom lectures. Education system assess the understanding, critical thinking, creativity, applications, not only the memory. Now, what is the conclusion? Memorization is not completely useless, but sometimes we do need remember formulas, vocabulary, dates, or definition ever, and the numerical data as well. But memorization should be beginning of learning, not the destination. Education should help us think, question, solve problems, and become better human beings. If students leave schools with the high marks but without curiosity, confidence, and practical understanding, then we need to rethink what success in education really means. What do you think? In our education system, encouraging learning or just memorization? Share your thoughts in comment. I would like to hear your perspective. If you enjoy this video, like it, subscribe to Satish Educator, and join me as we explore India's education system, youth issues, careers, problem, challenges in all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.